everybody. Welcome to the Nerd Immersion channel of fun. My name is Jordan with a silent PH in the middle, and this is my game called The Rod of Seven Parts, where I play Dungeons and Dragons with my friends. We're having loads of fun, and I'm really enjoying the pre-show banter that we all have. There's a theme song in the works. I'm not going to give too much away. We're still workshopping it, but it's going to be real good. I would like to go around and introduce all of my people or have them introduce themselves because they're better at it. Lex, who are you?
Oh, I'm Lex. I'm playing Shifter, the illusionist wizard.
Oh, that's awesome. And Brenna, who are you?
Hello, I am Rakiri, the celestial warlock.
Oh, and then LB, who are you?
Hi, I'm Siren, the tiefling rogue fighter, and this is Asmodeus, the shaved of butt.
The Fire Lord of Cat level 9 hell. And then last but not least, Ted, we're over on your channel. Who are you playing and what sponsors or other fun things do we need to know about tonight?
Well, I'll be playing Lagwin. He is a high elf blade singer, and we don't have anything to talk about.
Oh, that's cool. Something I wanted to bring up in case people are confused coming in is trinkets. How do trinkets actually work and how do we get them? Because we talk about them all the time, like, oh, trinkets came in, but I was wondering if people didn't know how to actually do that.
That is a good point, and I've actually been meaning to make like a video or some sort of thing. So I'll spell that out for you. So there's basically two means of doing that. There is a channel-based currency. There's two channel-based currency. Twitch points, as it were, which is a thing that Twitch implemented years after a ton of software programs are doing. You get for just watching the show and being here live. And then we also have, one that's generated through a chat bot, which is, again, another channel currency. And basically what you do is you get those for just being here in the chat. If you're active in the chat, it gets you more. Even if you watch stuff offline, you still accrue a certain amount. And what you can do is you can spend those to affect the game by donating trinkets, by using up this fictional currency that you don't spend any money for whatsoever. 1,500 of this fictional currency, which we labeled here on the channel as Flint Bucks, that's a story for another time, will allow you to donate a singular trinket to a player of your choice. And then there's a list of tables that I've generated and I'm constantly evolving of class-based trinkets that somebody gets from there. If you do decide to monetarily donate, like for a charge, you do get a proportionate amount of the currency as well as like tacked onto that. I think it's like, I don't know, 10 or 50, whatever it is, for every dollar kind of a thing. So you gain those. There's no cost involved, and it's just a fun way to make weird stuff happen, which is basically the theme of this whole game.
Yeah, for sure. And then somebody on I think it was the YouTube comments, or maybe it was on Twitter, they were saying, hey, you should have your players do the recap to see if they remember what happened last week on a very special Rod of Seven Parts. So I can see that Ted and LB are prepared. So Brenna, what? No. Yeah, what do you guys? What do we remember happening last week on Rod of Seven Parts?
We talked to the pair of elves that had the magic carpet. Mm-hmm. They gave us some info about the situation with the giants. They gave us something, left something behind.
They gave us a sword.
A sword of spider slaying.
Spider slaying.
They said, go kill some spiders with it because that's what the sword wants. Yes. And then we'll know that the sword killed some spiders. And if you do this task for us, we can get you into the wedding as special weddings.
All right. And they wanted to charge us a bunch for the invitation. So we were like,
yeah,
like 250 gold, I think, per
piece
per invite.
Or we killed the spiders.
No one's happy about the fact that we didn't kill them. Because
not a soul.
Excuse me, this is Rakiri erasure.
Well, I mean, she keeps changing. She's lying now.
That was the biggest part of last session.
That was the thing that happened as well. Rakiri's first lie. Further confirmation: don't let Lagwin lie, because that's a bad idea.
It was terrible.
It's the worst idea, really. I don't know why.
You were the confident one.
I didn't say He's not confident. I know Ted knows he's horrible at this, but he doesn't think he's bad at it. He just assumes that everybody's as bad at it as he is, so he's just gonna go with it. And if worse comes to
that's what his friends are for, to tell him how bad he is.
Yeah, and worse comes to worse, you just use Jedi mind tricks, and then you don't have to worry about it. You just convince people to tell you what you want to know. We met a dragon. And we met a silver dragon.
Mm-hmm.
That dragon gave us some cool items, like a potion that makes you giant, makes you into a giant, and also other things that I forgot.
I think it was a great sword.
Yeah, dragon
of
slayer.
giant slaying.
Giant slaying.
Yeah.
And we all liked him so much, we didn't insight check him. So.
No.
He's a really good guy.
He's a really good
yes,
guy.
the two elves are named Scylla and Rusa, and they do have a flying carpet, it appears. And they told you about the giant wedding between the cloud giant and the fire giant bride. You took the sword, you killed some spider fiends that came out of a cave. And there was some really bad attacks against Siren, and then Lagwin hasted his way to victory, and it was really fun.
And there were tentacles.
Yes, there were tentacles this time. That's right. Portals to probably the abyss opened up, and these weird tentacles came out, and we're trying to pull some of you guys through them. And I think ideally, you're just gonna hopefully the two elves, Scylla and Rusa, will find you the next day and take you to the top of the mountain. You guys cast Leomund's tiny hut on the mountain, I assume, and probably away from the cave of evil spider things. Or did you want to explore this cave?
Didn't we cave it in? Or we only partially?
You did cave it in. That's right. You blew it up with your C4. That's right.
No, we used shatter, double shatters.
I'm pretty sure you used C4.
No,
you did use double shatter.
No, I cast shatter.
He's trying to get rid of it.
He's trying. It was a thought, but yeah.
Okay, so we'll say you guys got a long rest. It is now morning. Birds are chirping. The skunks are out. The world is healing. It's really amazing. What would you guys like to do?
Well, so how are the elves going to know that we've killed the spiders? Like, we don't have a way to get in touch with them, right?
They said they would find us, I think. Because of the sword.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm assuming you're casting your Nistral aura on.
I cast Nistral's magic aura twice on both
Okay.
pieces of the
All
rod
right.
that we have.
Sounds cool.
All right, well, we've dealt with the spiders. We're waiting for the elves. Shall we continue our way up, or?
I believe they said something about if we could make it further side of the mountain, that would be easier for them. Lines.
Oh yes, it's probably so difficult to fly around on a carpet.
I mean, maybe it's very hard to handle.
Well, we'll find out when we steal it.
Oh, so we're just going right there.
What? Don't tell me you don't want it, Lagwin.
No, I want it 100%. But all right. Well, I guess we keep hold of this sword and we continue forward on our pod, because they said they were going to tell everyone that they were inviting us. So now the entire wedding knows we're coming, whether we want them to.
Indeed. Let us continue up.
All right, you guys go walking up the mountain, and you, Rikiri, will say you're flying around up in the air, and you do see, like, over on the horizon, there seems to be a spiral road as you guys are nearing more of the top of this, and you climb up onto this road, and off in the distance, you do see there are probably like 20 giants walking up this road to seemingly, and they're all dressed like to the nines, like super fancy bow ties and dresses, and they just look really good. Probably on their way to a wedding.
Ooh, should we change?
That would be a good idea.
Into what?
You don't have fancy attire?
Don't think so.
Oh my god, I do. It happens.
I actually need to check my character sheet because I'm pretty sure that I put fancy clothes in here, but
I do have fine clothes and traveler's clothes on my character sheet, so
I have vestments.
I mean that's
I can
fancy.
administer to the giants.
Shifter, shall we do Molly and Sophia?
oh yes, we haven't done that in so long.
All right, I'm going to change. No, look. she just like takes probably like 5 steps off the path and just starts changing.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll see what happens then.
Would you like
Valkyrie changes into the vestments, but she goes like way off and like in a tree.
With no prompting, Shifter slaps Lagwin and then says, Siren told you not to look.
Lagwin!
Oh well. And then I will change into my fine clothes as well.
I'll cast darkness around me.
Yeah.
Change.
I'm gonna use, I think I'm just gonna use disguise self instead of alter self in this case, because disguise self can give you clothing as well. Yeah. Disguise self.
All right. Before the giants get up to you, you guys do spot up in the air. It's not a bird. It's not a plane. It is a flying carpet with 2 elves on it. And they seem to be zipping down close to you. They get about, we'll say 30 feet up in the air next to you guys. And they're like, so success? Yes?
Of course.
I'll pull out the sword.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. How many did we kill? How many?
It's hard to count.
And not all of them were with the sword.
Oh,
obviously.
but all right. But they are you. Yes, you killed several then, I assume.
Yes, and we collapsed their tunnel.
Oh, were they the nasty ones with the wolf heads? That's what we saw earlier.
Yes.
And there were some sort of tentacle demon things as well.
I don't want to hear about your fetishes. What? I mean, so we'll meet you at the top, and we'll trade the sword for your invites, and then we'll get you into the castle. Don't dilly dally.
Well, we're heading there now. Wouldn't it be advantageous for all of us to travel together?
Nope. It like flies off.
I trust them.
I'm going to need someone to button me up.
Would you like to stay here until you're like the giants behind you kind of get up here? They're probably like 20 or 30 minutes away, or do you want to just head up the mountain?
Let's head up.
Yeah.
I don't
we do
feel
that.
like right now we don't have anything proving that we can get into the wedding where we are right now.
Yeah.
At the top is our invite in. Right now we're just people in fancy clothes on the side of a mountain. Between giants and a giant wedding that they want to get to.
Yeah.
So
let's carry on then.
Away you go, looking your best. Just climbing a mountain. So good.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm dressed now. I think I have one of those really fancy, like pseudo military, like coat things that has like silver tassels and stuff hanging off of it. And I now look like a Spanish woman in I don't know, like mid-20s, long, like really nicely braided hair, something like that. Lots of makeup. It's good.
Fantastic. Off you guys go. It takes you probably another, we'll say like 4 hours or so to actually get up to the mountain. It's pushing midday now. And the ground gets more level as you get to the top of the mountain. You find some of just like giant pillars, basically big signs with runes carved on them. And a white mist cloud kind of like hovers over the area and then whiffs away and comes back and forth. And you come to an extravagant looking palace type thing. And this is clearly made for giants. Very, very large building, pillars and what have you, and 2 giant doors. And in front of these doors, there are 2 giants that are standing guard. And then at their feet is an Aarakocra. And this Aarakocra is hanging out next to the giants. They look like an owl in white robes. And I found a really cool image that I will share with you guys in our chat. And then you can share it other places. I think I'll put it in Discord because I was, yeah. It's hard to put links in the other thing. And so this owl Aarakocra is hanging out and kind of watching. There are a couple of other guests that come up, and they're checking invites and stuff and letting people in. Your friends are there with their magic carpet rolled up, kind of like stuffed on their back, and your 2 elves are hanging out waiting for you.
Well, I will say there were some trinkets donated already.
Oh
Getting it
wow!
off right out the gate. One for Rikiri and one for Lagwin.
Oh, thank you.
So Rikiri, keeping up with your really weird concept of how your Eldritch Blast seems to. This one is a ring that allows Eldritch Blasts to be fired with finger guns, and it goes pew when you.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Rikiri picks up a little like goodie bag, and she's like, "Wedding favors." It looks like one just came in for Siren too.
Oh, great! All right, I have a tiny lead figurine of a beholder with a very real-looking central eye. The figurine occasionally blinks and looks around. That's all
Creepy.
fine. Everything'll be fine.
Did you say it was lead?
I think I did.
It's not
Did
great.
say it was lead. Yes, it is lead.
Just don't eat it.
Yeah, no, obviously it's a bad day for everybody involved.
But we could use it to poison someone.
A glass cutter, Siren.
Oh, cool.
This heist is coming together.
Yeah. It's
We
like,
got the pew pew ring. We got the,
Got the poison
amazing.
statue.
wow, we're gonna poison them for 20 years over a long period of time of lead poisoning. That'll show them. We're playing the long con. And all right, that was it.
All right. As you guys approach these giants in Aarakocra, a large fire giant comes out, and she is wearing like a battle dress, if that kind of makes a sense. Like she's got bright red hair and like dark skin, and is wearing like it's a really nice vestment, but she also looks like she's prepped for battle, and she's got like a club on her back. And she comes out and she kind of looks at the Aarakocra and she's like, there's so many of you everywhere. Wait, is my daughter even ready yet? And the Aarakocra is like, yes, madam, we understand. The wedding will go off. I just need you to calm down. And as you're looking at her, you feel the rods pull like really strong. And you guys look up and she has a hairpin in her hair that looks like a long black rod fragment.
Shifter is going to put their arm around Siren and just be like, "Oh dear, would you look at how cute that hair piece is up there?"
And Siren will like take their hand and hers. Oh yes, darling, it's perfect. I think I want one just like it.
And
Rikiri isn't like getting what you guys are doing. So she says like, Siren, I've never taken you for accessories. I think it would look fetching though. A bit big, of course.
Yes. Oh yes. Of course, something more my size.
So much eye rolling is happening.
Yes.
The fire giant argues with the Aarakocra some more and says, if this wedding does not go off, then I'm gonna blame your master and there will be war. And she like stomps off into the building.
Perhaps we should speak with this friend of the giant. But first, we must get our tickets, invitations.
Oh, I hope they're monogrammed.
I'm gonna go up to the elves. You said they're up here.
Yeah, they're standing right there waiting for you guys.
Hello.
Oh yes, hello.
Don't you two look nice? You clean up very well.
Oh yes, we had the night to take a bath and stuff. Thanks to you, and you were able to help us out.
Yes, the invitations.
Oh yes, the sword.
Well, will you show us before you take back the sword?
Oh well, we'll go together. You see, it's so much that you're my invited guests. So
right. So then we will give you the sword inside.
Oh well, we have to actually exchange it at the entrance here.
So if we're just your invited guests, why were you going to have us pay for invitations?
Oh, I don't have to get invitations now, so it'll all work out. This way.
Follow.
Yeah.
All right. And he walks up. The two giants kind of eyeball you, but they're a little confused because you're like, why are these short people at the wedding? But the Aarakocra walks up to you and says, "Oh, yes, Scylla, do you have you completed your duties for the morning?" And he's like, "Oh yes, very much so. Me and my sister, we took care of all of your spider problems." And he like looks over at you guys and gives you like a side little wink. And the Aarakocra says, "Well, I would like to inspect the sword, please. Bring it forward."
I guess I still have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'll bring forth said sword.
All right. And the Aarakocra takes it and he kind of like looks at it for a little bit and does one of these like look it down, like I don't know, licks the pommel, does some kind of identify magic on it, and then is like, "Oh well, yes, thank you. I mean, we don't want any of these spider fiends ruining the wedding. I mean, if it's up to Siri, she'll have our heads up with it. So hold on to this," and he gives the sword back to the elf. And your team will be guarding and taking care of the fiends during the wedding ceremony, yes? And Scylla's like, "Oh yes, very much so." And he like looks back again at you and gives you like a slight little wink. And his sister just like sighs, like, "Really?" And they wave you all through the gates.
All right.
We move forward.
Yeah.
All right. You walk in and it's like a wedding ceremony, only it's just like big and huge. There are large chairs for everybody. Like you guys are going to have to like climb up on top of them if you want to sit down. There are like a wreath of a vine, or actually what it is they took two trees and they bent it together at the top and like tied it in a knot to make this like little archway for the people to stand in front of who are getting married. There are lots of servants running around. These are trolls. There are some giants and stuff going back and forth. There are two stairways at the opposite end of where you guys are, or as you enter, there is a room to the left, and then to the right there is some stairs that go up on opposite sides. And sorry, to the right also is where the archway is for that. So all of the as you walk in, all of the audience would be facing the far right to watch the wedding. But there are stairs that go up to an upper level. And there are like 30 of the same looking Aarakocra flying around and doing all kinds of stuff while they're getting hanging streamers, getting everything ready. You also see two cloud giants, a man and a woman, who are very well dressed and have crowns. And they're kind of just like watching, and then they're listening to the fire giant you saw earlier with the hairpin that is just like bickering at them, like, "And I want this, and we need this to happen," and blah, and just like giving all these like demands about how the wedding needs to be.
Gross.
And Scylla turns to you and says, "Well, so you're in. You guys are fine. I mean, if you want to help us out, if you find any more of those spider fiends, if you could take care of some of them, that would be delightful.
Oh, absolutely, of course.
At the wedding.
Yes. So, well, we don't want any to pop up at the wedding. I mean,
Should
just
hope
seems like it
not.
would be, yeah, that would be bad.
Oh, that
I
would
mean,
cause so much chaos.
I mean, yes, my
Which
sister's
Shifter would hate.
chaos is a ladder. My sister's wedding is their spider fiends ruined the whole thing. Their marriage only lasted 2 years. We want to make sure these giants stay together for a very long time.
Of course.
And if anybody asks, you guys are exterminators. Okay, bye. Take care, and we will see you later. And they kind of run off to the left.
All right. Well, there was, because we're in a trinkety day. Shifter got a trinket. Shifter, your trinket is a crystal dagger that can be used as an arcane focus.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
I also got.
Can it be used as a dagger?
That's up to the DM. And I got a pocket-sized abacus with beads made from pure copper, silver, and.
Can that be used as a dagger?
I mean, if you try hard enough, anything can be used
Anything
as a
can
dagger.
be a dagger. I never knew marshmallows could kill until the DM said it could be a dagger.
God.
I'm gonna huddle the team real quick. All right, so the rod part is in the fire giant's hair. You see it?
Oh, that's what
Yes, that was
I
subtlety.
understand. I see. I apologize.
That's all right. You're learning. You'll get there.
You've made great strides already.
So, does anyone have any ideas on how to get it from her hair?
I mean, I think demons attacking the wedding celebration, in the shuffle, all sorts of things can get lost.
That's true, but we can't count on that.
Hmm.
Well, didn't you get a spell of summoning demons? We have that from.
I think I
But we
didn't
have
copy
that
that into
spell.
my spell book.
Then I guess that's not an option. That's quite the most literal way to get demons there. Summon them ourselves. I guess illusionary demons could be a thing.
Perhaps we could drop the illusion on the rods, and then they would serve as a beacon to the demons.
Well, that one already is beaconing. That's why they're here.
Indeed.
I
True.
believe the word is beckoning.
No, it's not. I have a degree. Okay.
She has quite a lot of attendants. I'm sure she didn't ready herself on her own. Perhaps one of us could pose as her dressing maid.
Yes, it would have to be someone who is already much like those in attendant to her.
Small.
Bird-like.
Everyone looks at Rakiri.
Yeah.
Oh, but you see, they're owls.
Well, yes, I know they're different.
There's and they look just as similar to me as you do to them.
And Rakiri, I want to point out that you're looking at these owls, and maybe the rest of them haven't picked up. They all could be identical twins or triplets, or how, like, every single one looks the same, has the same clothing.
Okay.
And you know,
And
like
feather markings and things.
Yes, it's all like they are, for all intents and purposes, the exact same
Okay.
person.
Weird. Okay. Is that enough for me to deduce if there's like a magical component to that, or like some kind of like cloning or doubling thing happening, or is it just like could they actually be
I mean, you've never heard of that, like,
Yeah.
and it's kind of odd. So there's probably a cloning magical something happening, but
Okay. Yeah, so I whisper to the group. Plus, have you noticed they're all identical, like really identical?
I didn't want to say anything because I wasn't sure if I was being racist or not. But yes, I did notice that.
No, seriously, down to the feather, they're all the same. It's
Mhm.
quite eerie, actually. I mean, I
Well-
haven't seen many other Aarakocra, so maybe they all look like that. Maybe there's Aarakocra out there that look exactly like me.
Well, I'm sure that'd be lovely as well. Why don't you go speak with one of them and see what's going on? I mean, as an Aarakocra, you could strike up a conversation. If you'd like, we can go with you to guide the conversation.
Okay, I will try.
Yes, just don't tell them why we're here.
Just as a point of fact, the rod piece in her hair is like
Holding
giant. It's giant size. In think that it would be similar to magic items, where if like, we attained it, it would shrink, or is it going to be like run like this is the?
Oh no. So I assumed it was like a rod sized, but she's using it as a hairpin because
Yeah,
a
that's what I
rod
assumed.
for us would be a hairpin for her.
Yes, that.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So all right, then it's not giant because I was going to be like, well, we could just try and do something with invisibility and try and just steal it and go from there.
Well, if it's holding her hair in place, then if we steal it, her hair will fall. Now, I have some pretty shifty hands, but I don't think I can pull that off.
I think I definitely.
Looks
I'm not.
shifty.
I'm not. I'm not.
There's so many eye rolls going on.
That's
right
like
now.
that's fine. You can believe whatever you want, but I do believe I would sincerely do it. But
Well,
Like when your confidence is truly to be
listen, there's
admired.
a series of spells that could be cast to allow me to make it to that height and obtain it while still being invisible. It'd be all right.
well, let's think that through while we find out a little bit more information. I would like to get in and out of this as quickly as possible.
Sounds like direct route. Go and take it and leave.
On a different note, is one of you able to cast something that would make someone look dead or like be asleep but look dead? Do I have poison for that?
We have lead.
We'll get there
Like I
eventually.
said, over a good 20 to 30 years, you'll definitely die potentially.
Ooh, I
of
have
poisoning.
I have 3 drow poison
She'll
darts.
slip into a
Solid.
coma within 15.
Yes, right, correct.
All right, go ahead.
It's very much a long con.
Yeah, I mean, I have. I don't have a spell specifically designed for that, but I do have illusion magic, so I can. If someone isn't moving around, I can throw an illusion up onto them to make them look like they're dead.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
this is
not-
for the carpet, so it's not important right now. But let's go.
Yeah, I don't have that spell. I don't know that spell, but it is a spell that I could learn.
All right.
That I have.
To add more complication to this,
Sure, let's do it.
guests are coming in and they're sitting on, groom's side, bride's side. You see a bunch of fire giants going on one side and a bunch of cloud giants going on the other. And then a couple of stone giants come in and they take some seats in the back. And your 2 elf friends are like looking at them from across the room, and they're kind of like whispering to each other, and they're looking back, and they're just kind of eyeballing them a little weird.
Are there sorry, the giants that are actually part of the wedding are fire giants and cloud giants?
Yes. So
So the
from
stone
what you
giants
gathered,
are like not part of this.
they're giants, but yeah, they're just, they sat down on the groom side.
Okay.
I'll
How
just
many
go over
different
to-
kinds of giants are there anyway? Do you know?
6?
Are there 6 or are you just saying 6?
I don't know. How confident did I sound?
I'm gonna talk to our elves while they're discussing and be like, so "What's that about? He seems slightly off-put by the presence of these."
I off put. Why would you say
Well,
that?
you're just whispering to yourselves off to the side here as they
I mean,
walk in.
well, we're just, I don't want to see I don't know, it's just kind of odd that those 2 particular giants, they don't look familiar to you?
They look familiar to me.
You saw 2 stone giant corpses with dragon frost breath that they were standing in front of,
Okay.
and they look similar to that.
I don't know. I don't remember that they were stone giant. That part just slipped my mind completely.
You should have watched the recap.
I should have. I didn't do it, but I should have. And I'll be like, well, now that you mention it, yes, they do look remarkably familiar to me. And we were all there. We saw those were indeed corpses. They were not asleep by any means.
Yeah.
So
stripped naked too. That was
right.
odd.
Clearly, they're clothed now.
I mean, I had no idea giant dongs were so big until that day. And with the frost, they were probably shrunk. It was weird.
I guess, giant all around.
Oh.
Anyway, well, I don't know. Do you believe this is sort of, I don't know. What are your thoughts on it?
I'm sorry, are we all there?
Tell me what you think. I don't know. He said
I don't
want to
go talk to those people. I'm not over there.
No,
I'm by the hors d'oeuvre table. You know it.
Climb it up.
Keeping an eye on my lady.
He looks at you. He's like, well, I mean, there's a lot of money going around, and there's a lot of people that probably don't want these giants to necessarily get married. Because when you unite 2 large families like this, it's going to change the entire landscape of this area. But I mean, what can I say? I'm happy for the happy couple, and I'm excited to be here. I just find it a little odd.
Well, that is fair enough. I guess we'll see if anything else. Any other corpses. All right then. I will just walk away from them.
Okay.
Are you gonna tell us?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. No, I just feel super confident in myself.
Yeah,
I got
right?
this. No, I'll go find. I guess the rest of the party, or just remind them. Those 2 stone giants look familiar. They're the ones we saw dead on the side of the mountain yesterday.
I glance at Shifter.
Someone had a much more interesting idea of how to sneak into the wedding, and frankly, I feel inadequate.
Oh, darling. Of course you're not. Like, rub her shoulder.
Oh, honey, I brought you I think it's puff pastry. I only could tear off a small bit. It was so big.
We should have had a scene where one of the cooks is trying to like slap you, like, get away! These ants coming in here.
Oh, did you say there were trolls carrying food around?
Ogres. Yes.
Oh, ogres. Okay, that's fine then.
Yeah, I was gonna say trolls. Is
Trolls, no.
Yeah. Can you tell if it's an illusion? The Undo. Those 2 giants.
I can detect magic on them.
You do that, and Jordan looks up some stuff.
It's working. I'm just out of character. I've been watching that Netflix show Too Hot to Handle.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of characters on that show with Cockney accents, and I keep sliding
Switching into
Cockney.
Right, maybe that's what Rikiri her true accent. She's just
probably.
playing it up.
Is there magic then in it?
Yeah. Is that? Oh, Jay. Yes. I'm gonna say there's magic. I don't know how to rule this exactly, but we'll say there's magic. Because there's magic. So, and the school transmutation.
Okay. So it would certainly seem that there's something afoot.
And then a large shoe walks past you.
Shall we investigate, or do we not care? If they're going to make a move for something, do you think they're going for the rod, or do you think they're going about this whole wedding thing?
Who can say? Perhaps we should talk to them.
What if it's the dragons? What if they've disguised?
That would be interesting.
I could try reading their minds.
Well, if they are dragons, I don't know how much luck you would have.
Hmm.
True. What if we just go speak with them and casually drop their son's name?
Hmm.
Certainly.
Rakiri, did you want to go speak with the bird, the other Aarakocra?
I mean, want is strong, but of course, if you think it will help, then I'm willing to try.
Well, I think it'd be a good to. I mean, I'm very curious about where they've come from, and here because of the cloud giants. I'm assuming, right? They are on the same plane. But
Okay.
it's interesting how they're all the same, and that's a point of interest for someone like you. Yes.
I suppose. I mean, I guess I shouldn't bring it up. I don't know if they're sensitive about it.
Well, just see how the conversation goes.
Shifter's gonna go to Rakiri and put their hand on her shoulder and just be like, Rakiri, I believe in you. You can do this. You're extremely capable. And then they whisper, unlike Lachlan.
I'm gonna steal that rod piece right out of her hair and just walk out of this place. I'm gonna wait till it gets a little bit further along and our other plans fall apart, and that's gonna be how I say that.
Fair.
Was it like a stage whisper? Like, did you say it loud enough for Lachlan to hear?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess I'll try to like sidle up to some Aarakocra.
Yeah, there's one that's directing other Aarakocra around and giants and stuff. They're setting up tables and bringing out not only desserts but large meats and stuff. I don't know what's something funny that a giant would eat. Like, I don't know.
What do
Like-
giants eat? 'Cause
Like pig kebabs. It's a whole pig, but they're like little kebabs, and they've got a whole bunch of those, a bunch of other
Yeah,
stuff.
it's
It's really
good.
cool. And they see you approach, and they're like, "Yes, the exterminators. How can I help you? What do you need? I'm busy."
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I think I'm supposed to be assigned to the mother of the bride, her dressing maid. I'm not sure where to go.
I believe. Well, she's right over there. She's dressed. You can see her.
What-
How would you even dress her?
I can fly.
Touche. Okay. Yes. All right. You make a point.
She's of course not going to wear just one garment for the wedding. There must be costume changes.
Yes. I believe she has more garments upstairs in her room.
Yes. Can you direct me how to get there so I can prepare them for her? Else she'll be quite upset.
Make a deception check.
Okay, let's see if this will carry over from last time.
Yeah. Can't wait if the stuff starts going south with these negotiations.
It did not carry over. It's a 4.
Ooh. She's like, this Aarakocra says, I don't believe that you are. If you're with the exterminators, I need you to do your job and exterminate. Where are those goddamn elves? And she's like, or he's looking around, and he's like, just make sure the spiders are gone. We don't want any more wolf-headed things. If you need to check upstairs, go check upstairs. Just hurry.
I will definitely check for any spiders upstairs and exterminate them outright.
All right. And then she goes back to, like I said, hang it long ways, not long ways. And she's long, or he is. I don't know why I keep saying she, but
Yeah. So I go back to the group. Whew, well, that didn't work.
What did you tell them?
Well, I tried to convince them that I was the dress maiden for the mother of the bride.
That's not what we talked about.
It's what I talked about.
All right.
But
Just saying, stealing that rod from her hair sounding real good right about now.
he did say that since he referred to the elves as the exterminators, and he knows that we are with them. So he said that we should check upstairs to make sure there are no spiders and exterminate any that we see. So we do have permission to go upstairs.
Wonderful. We don't need to go upstairs.
I mean,
The rod is right there.
yes, but I mean,
Perhaps we can find something.
The mother of the bride, Siri is her name. She walks upstairs.
Okay.
Oh, well, look at
Well,
that.
all right then. Fuck you, Jordan.
But she does do a flourish of something like, well, I'm gonna go check on my daughter, and she like runs upstairs. So she's off to go check on her daughter. Sorry, this looks like I'm trying to push you upstairs. I'm not. There's lots of stuff to do here, so do whatever you want.
How many of the guests are medium-sized creatures?
Very few. There are some I don't know, what's something interesting? I didn't really think about this. There's giants, there's like a minotaur,
Nice.
there's some other like magical creatures and stuff like that. We'll say a manticore because that sounds really badass.
Cool.
And really dangerous things that if something happens, they're gonna be a big cacophony of fun.
Can't wait.
It's gonna be great. But yeah, I would mostly fire giants and cloud giants. So one manticore.
Got it.
A manticore sentient.
I think so.
This
So-
one is.
I
Jordan
can't
said that thinking they are, so I don't know.
I think you're right. I think they have like some intelligence. Maybe they're not 5 or 6. Maybe I'm wrong.
I've got to check.
Oh
I've
no,
got-
they got an intelligence of 7.
Okay.
Ooh, so I could write that out if you're right. I've got that on the list.
Mm.
But it also could also tell you, no, don't do that. I have an intelligence of 7. Like,
Eh.
I don't have to listen to you.
All right. Magwin,
Yes.
tell me your plan.
All right. After failing yesterday to be able to kill those tentacles that were in the sky and being unable to reach them, I thought to myself, we were going to be dealing with giants today. They're very tall, so I prepared the spell Jump. So now I can triple my jump distance to potentially get up to higher heights if necessary. I could cast that upon myself, followed by invisibility. Over, jump up, grab the rod, and then run away.
Is that a bonus action jump spell? And you can
No,
only
it's
do a
an
cantrip?
action, but a 1-minute non-concentration spell. Believe me. Ha, ha. I
Got it all
know.
figured out.
The feud, it never ends.
But no.
So Jordan was not thinking of a manticore. He was thinking of a sphinx, like an
Oh,
intelligent.
Oh.
Mhm,
That's what I
mhm.
was thinking.
That's way cooler.
That's
actually.
yeah, and way different. Don't try to
Yeah,
ride the
way different,
Sphinx out of
sorry.
here.
No, not gonna do that.
Got my brains different. Sphinx has a very high intelligence. So
Come up
Yes.
with all those riddles, right? I mean,
Mm.
All right. That's good. However, I don't think it's just going to be as simple as you yanking that out of a hair.
won't know until we try.
Right. Well, if that's what you want to try, Shifter, do you have any opinion?
I just don't want to have to leave before we get a chance to do some dancing. That's really, I think, that and the food is really mainly what I'm here for.
Darling, you want to dance again?
You know I'm terrible at leading. That's why we went with this one.
All right. So do we stay for the wedding and see if everything goes to hell's?
I would love that.
I'm
Any
Been
other
to a
opinions?
wedding, I'm a bit curious.
well. I'm just gonna say we do have He's heading upstairs. We do have permission to go upstairs, and if that's where all the guests are staying, there may be potential to find other things to aid us, and even the fact that we're always out there to try and acquire anything that will help us be better at what we do, there may be things to find. Yes.
Also, I don't mean to be a slowpoke or anything, but the likely easiest way to get that hairpin is to wait until after the wedding when she retires for the evening and simply take it from her jewelry box.
When she lets her hair down.
Exactly.
That's assuming
The
we get
long
to that
con.
point without demons.
Well, if that happens while she's distracted, we just take it anyways.
Oh, that reminds me. We should definitely talk to those. Maybe not stone giants.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we? I offer my arm.
Oh, yes.
But as you guys are walking over there, or just the two of you perhaps, there is a younger cloud giant that comes walking in, and he's in like a tuxedo. He's a little overweight, and he's in a tuxedo that's just like not quite fitting him right.
Nice.
And he's got black hair that's like down in front of his eyes.
Oof.
And he's just like really like coming in like kind of just dragging his feet. And you see the other two cloud giants, the man and the woman with the crown, and they're just like, ah, my son. And he's just like, Dad, I don't want to get married. And they're just like, oh, we've been over this. I mean, I don't even really know her very well, but the families will be united and we'll be able to do this. Dad, I just, you know. And they like slap him across the face. They're like, you're not going to ruin this wedding for all of us. Now you're going to marry that woman. You're going to be happy. We're going to merge the families. I don't want any more of this. All right, you listen? He's like, all right.
Rakiri whispers to the group, I always thought weddings were happy affairs.
Shifter laughs.
Siren laughs.
I guess we're laughing
we
at this.
laugh.
Ha ha ha.
No, darling. There are some people who marry for love, some people marry for power, and some people marry for coin. Sometimes they don't have a choice.
What did we
Seems
get
bad.
married for again, Siren? What was?
Oh, that was to not blow our cover.
Oh,
And I thought
we...
that didn't count. You said you didn't actually cast a ceremony spell.
Well, I didn't cast it, but I can't say that cleric I hired didn't officially cast it.
You're going
Wait,
to
you're
have to-
married.
Perhaps we are now.
Shifter just winks.
Great. You know that Squidly will kill you, yes?
I'm not worried.
All right. We're going to speak with the stone giants. Would you like to go upstairs and we'll meet you there?
Yeah, I'll go upstairs and find a ridiculous amount of trinkets and bring them back down to the party. Because the chat has been like, there's at least two per person.
Now they know how it
Loading.
works.
Yeah.
You told them. You shouldn't have told them. As Lagwin's heading away, Shifter's going to be like, oh, those stairs are quite large, Lagwin. If you good thing you have that jump spell prepared.
Yes, it'll be quite the adventure climbing this.
I fly up them.
well, you know.
See you
sometimes
at
I
the
really do
top.
be that. All right.
Are we doing trinkets? I didn't know. Are we doing?
Yeah, I'm
We're
actually
gonna
still.
find them.
I'm still
upstairs.
rolling them right now
Oh,
because
okay.
like
So,
I caught up and then I scrolled down and the chat kept going. So
So what scene would we like to do first?
You can do ours if Ted is busy, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so Siren and Shifter walk over. They're kind of just looking straight ahead and like eyeing the area, trying to look as inconspicuous as possible if you had to guess. But you approach the two stone giants in the back.
No, I don't want to ask them. I'm nervous.
Oh, but you know, it's just, oh, come on. I asked the last couple.
All right. Excuse me.
Yes.
I don't mean to be forward or rude, but I am curious. Are you a couple?
We're here on business.
Well, yes, but that doesn't answer my question.
Well, no, of course not.
Oh. Well, I guess that kind of throws it up. We got married 2 years ago, and we're just so excited to be here.
I'm happy for you.
It's such a beautiful place. Maybe a vow renewal? I'm thinking a vow renewal.
Oh, that'd be lovely, darling.
So what kind of business brings you here?
The families are merging, and so we're hoping to open some negotiations with trade.
Oh, with the stone giants. That's amazing. What a great opportunity.
and you see their eyes, and they're like, and I don't know if you want to look behind you at what they're looking at, but they're definitely like following something.
I will sneakily glance
Yeah.
Okay.
as I look back at Shifter.
Yeah. And it looks like your elf friends are talking to like the king, the cloud giant with the crown, and he's like nodding and kind of like, what? And they're having a conversation. The guys or the two stone giants that you're talking to, their eyes get very big, and they're kind of like, would you like these chairs?
Those are too large for us.
Yeah, we can put you up there. Just hop in my hand right now.
Oh, no, thank you. I don't like to be lifted unless it's with me dancing.
And then the other one's like, we need to leave. And they like grab that one. They stand up and they start walking to the left towards the back of the place.
Shifter turns to Siren and says, "Oh, poo. Well, fine." And then they cast Detect Thoughts and just like surface. Give me those surface thoughts of those two stone
surface thoughts,
boys,
stony boys. Let me. So you just get that. I always forget this spell. It's when you probe deeper that does something.
Yeah.
Cool. So surface thoughts. Panicked, unsure. Unsure of like the correct course of action, kind of like what are we exactly trying to do? I think
Shifter grabs Siren's hand and says, "It's worse than we thought. They are a couple and they're just in the closet."
Bless.
uh
Shall we follow them?
Certainly. They are definitely worried about something.
Let's go. Hikes up the skirt a little bit.
You follow them. They go around a corner, and you peek around the corner. Lots of people running around. There seems to be a kitchen nearby, and so lots of food's going back and forth. There is a door that they open. They look around. They go inside and shut the door. And it is a large door. You might be able to creep underneath it, though.
Do you want stealth?
If you don't want to be noticed.
Okay. The Detect Thoughts lasts for a minute, and I'm going to keep concentration on it.
Okay.
Though I think if my line of sight is broken from them, I can't continue the connection. Got a 13 for stealth. What are you looking at, Siren?
Got a 16.
Okay. For the most part, those are fine rolls. So you feel stealthy because everybody is not concerned with you for the most part. So you're not doing anything out of the ordinary. You're following them. A couple of people noticed that they were walking somewhere, but they didn't really think much of it. So being the stone giant, sorry. But yeah. You guys are easily hidden.
We would be able to, you said, shift under the door?
Yeah, probably. It's going to be like prone, difficult terrain, but I think you guys could. So, because it's a giant house.
We've come this far.
Be careful with your dress.
Obviously.
Mine's not real, so it won't get dirty. But
I do the thing where I pull it up so that it's like inside out and kind of tie it. So it's like just kind of like a mini skirt situation, I guess. But if anything happens, it won't. It'll happen on the inside, not on the outside.
Smart.
You crawl underneath the door, and on the inside is a cut to the next scene. All right, so Rakiri and Lagwin grasshoppers up the stairs to the top. You come to a hallway that has 3 doors, and then the hallway goes on for a longer way to a window area that overlooks the mountain. And from the inside of these doors, you hear there's one of them that there's noise coming through, and clearly a giant woman is sobbing, and you just hear this like, I don't want to get married. He's not even handsome. I don't know him very well. Why are you pressuring me to do this? And then you hear the mother fire giant Siri is just like, we have to do this. If we don't do this, we're gonna get run out of here by dragons and who knows? I mean, like demons coming up everywhere. God, stupid. Then you hear like she's like stomping on the ground and stuff, and you hear you've heard a lot of these spider fiends die in the past couple throughout the adventures we've done so far, and you distinctly hear that like squish and like and then the thing like sizzles, and she's just like, where do these things keep coming from? And she's like, listen, I know you don't want to do, but we don't even have to see him all the time. You'll summer with me down underground in the fire. It's going to be fine. Next to the lava beds, we'll be so happy. And she's just like, and like, you got to pull it together. You got to pull it together.
I turn to Lagwin and I'm like, these people are miserable. This is terrible.
That seems to be the case, though. It's again, it doesn't seem it's really love or for want. It's for uniting the clans, for future trade or power balance of some kind.
But why do they need a wedding to do that? Why can they not just get along?
I think it seals it. It makes it slightly more permanent if it's a marriage than just some sort of treaty. I feel like it's harder to break. I mean, that's all conjecture, but I believe. Clearly, from what we've heard, neither side wants, at least the ones being married are interested in it. So that may be something, if we want to further push that point, we may to cause a ruckus by trying to whisper into the ear of one or another to further not go through with the plan.
It just seems sad to me.
Yes, all right. I mean, no, I've never been in such a situation, so I don't really know what it would be like, but a whole lot of people downstairs. I feel like there's also got to be a lot of pressure. Plans from all over coming to witness your wedding that you don't even really want to be part of, but your parents are to do it.
Well, should we have a look around?
I think that would be best. And I guess we heard you said there were 3 doors, and we know which door that was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll go in a different door.
Okay.
Right.
And I'll say, you guys can like squeeze underneath the door. When you go inside that room, it looks like it is the mother of the bride's chambers. And she does have some other outfits that she can change into, is what it looks like. There are I don't know, I've never been in a mother of the bride suite before. There's a bunch of stuff there, and why not? There's like 500 gold in a coin purse somewhere.
Okay.
You take that. Okay.
Well, it's for extermination.
Yes.
Guaranteed find us. All right. Well.
Can I see if there are any other hair pieces amongst her things?
You'll fly around, and there are some like other hair pieces. We'll say 2 that she has that she might like swap out. You're not sure.
Okay. I'll leave them there for now, but it's good
Okay.
to know that they're there.
Yeah, and if we don't see anything else of it.
Okay. And the next one appears to be a spiral staircase that goes up. And by spiral, like it spins up.
Do you want me to fly up and check ahead, and then I can tell you if it's worth coming up?
You know what? Actually, that sounds.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Rikiri flies up, and we cut back to Lagwin, or Shifter and Siren.
Lagwin at the bottom.
And Lagwin's just like, do. Shifter and Siren, you also see a set of stairs and no stone giants. But at the top, there is natural light coming down, like an open window.
Could they have gotten that far that quickly?
I mean, if they were sprinting, but you probably would have heard something, and you didn't hear anything. They're big creatures, so.
Well,
I don't want either of us to work up a sweat and ruin our perfect looks. So I take out Vincent.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Well, do you have a sense of them around you?
Detect thoughts is 30 feet, so I probably don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
So,
Um,
they're farther than 30 feet. So if
I-
they're still there.
No. I'd like to continue to stealth because I'm not certain. I don't like that I don't know where they are, like I can't see them.
Are you gonna stealth on the fly with shifter?
Yes.
Can that be done?
just fly casual.
Just
fly casual.
Ah, that's our Star Wars reference for the day. Thank you guys for
I
joining
worked it
us
in.
on Rod of Seven Parts. We
He's
meet
already
our
used that
Star
one.
Wars reference quota, so the show is officially over now.
Have a good night.
No. Good night. Yes. So you'll fly casually, I guess. Like I'll have shifter roll a stealth check at disadvantage for all three of you
Sure.
because you're controlling the fly, and it is a buzzing fly.
It's true. It's also, I will point out, horse sized to us, still fly sized to them.
Oh,
That's true.
Well, actually, probably a little bigger than that,
Yeah, a
but
little
still
big.
not very big.
Good Lord, that's a big fly. I've seen a horse fly.
Well, the disadvantage killed it.
Aw.
It's only a 9.
All right. So are you going all the way up? Is that kind of the idea?
Can we go up and survey the room better?
Yeah.
To make sure they're not hiding somewhere.
Yeah. So you buzz to the top of these stairs and kind of peek up. You're in a large wooden area. It's got like beams and stuff. I think of like the owl area in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But instead of owls, there are a bunch of griffins. These are like a griffin stable. And you do see 2 green trolls, and they are like scooping feed for the griffins, not ogres, trolls. Specifically trolls, and they are scooping greens and stuff, and they're kind of just working at this. There is another set of stairs on the opposite side of this very large room, and you see a small Rikiri pop up, and she's flying around.
Like actually a Rikiri?
It looks like Rikiri.
It's actually me, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
I
have
don't know
a
if we
question.
would know that.
So I'm sorry, just to make sure I have the visualization
Mhm.
right. What we snuck under that door, and we were
Mhm.
at the base of a staircase,
Mm-hmm.
and we just flew up that staircase, and that's where this big rookery is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there's also a large
So
window.
basically,
to the
you guys
outside.
went in different directions. Like you went this way and then up and like on top of this thing, and they went up a set of stairs and then up another set of stairs, which led to the same area.
Okay.
The thinking. Yeah.
And there's a large window, and it's just
Well, the whole area is just open, and
okay.
a place for hippogriffs to land. Not hippogriffs. That's Harry Potter.
They're in D&D too, though, so don't feel bad. They're both there.
Really?
Yeah, they're both in the Monster
Griffins.
Manual.
Yeah, griffins to come and land and take off and stuff. So.
Why? Fancy meeting you here. Oh, what? Are we being quiet?
Let's continue. We should keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. We're doing something else.
Pretend we're not here.
Okay. Yeah, I fly up like to the rafters and just kind of explore the perches and stuff.
So probably 18 griffins, and there are 2 trolls that are like slopping some birdseed towards them. So trolls don't seem to notice you. They're kind of just in their own little world, complaining about wedding day. Hard to brush all these griffins, and they got feathers and fur. It's not good for brushing.
Okay.
Oh no, and we got Cockney accents for no reason.
It's contagious, I'm telling you.
Oh no. Terrible.
Okay, so I don't see anything like terribly interesting. It's mostly just like they're just grooming these griffins and feeding them. Sorry, that was a question.
Yes, that is the answer to that question. I thought you were telling other people that. Yes, that is what you see.
They told me not to talk to them.
That is true. You also notice there are a collection of saddles. It looks
Okay.
like these can be ridden. And they also have some harnesses for them to perhaps put letters and packages in to have them like this is their airmail service, perhaps.
Okay.
But Shifter and Siren, no sign of your dragon, or not your dragons, your stone giants.
Oh, you've revealed it all, Jordan. So yeah, whispering to Siren. So maybe they use some kind of magic. Should we ask the trolls if they saw anything?
Yes, but be wary. They might be them.
I was just afraid they'd be very stupid.
You know, that or the other. Just keep your thing up.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna detect this. This spell's probably about to end, but I'm gonna detect the surface thoughts of these troll boys. These Cockney troll boys.
You have to get within 30 feet of them. Are you stealthing? You're on a fly. I don't know what
Apparently
you're doing.
not.
No, I mean, we beefed that stealth pretty bad. Yeah, I think we'll just swoop down there.
All right, you swoop down. They hear the buzzing and they're kind of like, "Oh, what?" And they're like, they are overworked, underpaid, upset trolls. So not the same anxious thoughts that you got before.
Mm-hmm. All right, continue on. Or are we gonna ask them? Sorry, go ahead. We're gonna ask them. I forgot.
If you want to ask them if they saw something, I think it's the easiest thing to do right now.
Excuse me.
Oh, what?
You're doing a great job. I don't know if anybody told you that today, but
you're not supposed to be up here.
That's all right.
Down below's the wedding.
Oh, apologies. I was following someone in here, and I didn't see where they went.
Well, did you open your eyes? Because the stairs are those over there. Is that a bug?
Did someone go up those stairs?
Well, I don't think so. Did you see anyone? Oh, I didn't see anyone.
All right,
just more of those damn pixies floating in here with their dust and it gets in my nose. It's all, and then they shoot them off over there. Hope they won't come back.
What? He's saying that there are pixies in here?
That's what she not even listen. Do your brain that small for being such a little person?
That was me asking you.
Yeah, pixies is what he said.
Do we see any pixies?
You can look around.
Do I see any pixies?
No.
Okay.
That was Jordan giving the answer, not the trolls.
Okay. No, I could tell because it didn't have a Cockney accent. So can I do an Arcana to see how much I know about pixies? Because Lex knows something about pixies, but I don't think Shifter knows it.
Yes, you can.
I have a 17 on my Arcana check.
Ooh, that's fancy. What does Lex know about pixies that you would obviously know?
It's time for Jordan to learn about pixies too.
Yeah, we're all learning stuff today.
Well, the fact that pixies can polymorph. Although polymorph is beast, I suppose, but they have all sorts of things that can make them look different. So what if those pixies were the giants?
Oh, wonderful. Let's see if we can catch them. Bye, Rikiri.
Goodbye, then. So,
Rikiri, you're doing great. I can tell. See, I knew you would get so much farther than Lagwin.
So where are you? Where are the two of you going off to?
We're going up, straight up.
God, it's still going up?
Yep. No, there's no more up. There's just flying outside
that's
of
what
the
I
castle area. And it's just a big open area around you with a roof for protection of the griffins and stuff. But you guys are at the top.
Yeah.
We'll probably fly around and search, though. I think that's a good idea.
All right, I'll probably go back down to Lagwin and just fill him in on what's up there. So I didn't hear any of that stuff about the pixies. So as far as I know, this is just like a rookery.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, if you run into those stone giants again that we saw downstairs, extremely suspicious. They're up to something, maybe magical. We're not sure what yet.
Okay. Oh, well, we'll keep an eye out. Thank you.
And you all hear at this moment, even you, Lagwin, there's just a thundering thaumaturgy throughout the
moment?
entire.
At
At
this
this moment,
moment.
you know, governor. It's contagious.
It really is.
There is a thaumaturgy that just fills the entire castle, and you guys all hear, "The wedding will begin in 15 minutes. Please make your way to the reception area afterwards for refreshments and pig skewers." And with that, we will take a short break, and then we will come back, and by hell or high water, there will be a wedding. Welcome back. It's a game of D&D that we play, and there's a wedding. Everybody is in many different places right now, but you all heard through thaumaturgy that the time is nigh. The bride, Lagwin, starts crying even more, and the trolls are kind of looking at the rest of you guys like, are you gonna go to the wedding?
Yep, we'll take the scenic route, darling.
Thank you
Oh,
for all
yes,
your
we should
hard
go.
work. The griffins look beautiful.
If a troll could blush, she's like, oh, thanks. Where'd you get that banana, Lagwin?
Well, you know, from an extra dimensional pocket. And I sit there waiting once again for somebody to tell me what to do. So I'm just like sitting there, my familiar's on my shoulder, like a little bit to the familiar. I don't know why we even bother hanging out with these.
At the bottom of a giant
I fly back
staircase.
down.
Yeah, at the bottom of a giant staircase, I'm just like hanging out, hearing this giant bride bawling her eyes out, and I'm just like, I don't know what plane this banana's from, but it's delicious. Oh,
I'm gonna fly back down to Lagwin. Yeah.
hello.
Hello. It's just a rookery up there. There's a couple trolls grooming griffins. Not anything of terrible import. How are things down here?
Banana.
I see that. Okay.
No, everything seems to be relatively fine. She's more upset as the wedding hasn't ended.
Do you think we should try to console her? I feel so terrible.
Well, be mindful that her mother is in hell, trying to convince her to agree with it. If you go in there and try and tell her. Also, we're the exterminators. I don't feel like we're really truly qualified. We're like, yes, we're here to kill your bug problem. Would you like to talk about why you don't want to get married?
Well, maybe that's how we can gain entry. We did hear her kill a spider, so maybe we can go in and offer our services.
Well, by all means, then you lead.
Oh, okay.
And when we walk in, I'm gonna drop the banana peel right outside the door. Because if I can make a giant slip on a banana peel, then I quit. I'm done adventuring. I did the thing.
What a setup.
A giant to slip on my regular size banana peel. Banana bandits strike again.
Yeah, so I knock on the door. I'm like flying, so I'll try to be at like her eye level.
Okay. Yeah, you knock on the door ever so softly with your small little bird hands.
Mhm.
And you hear the Siri, the mother, say, yeah, we'll be right there. Yes, I know, the wedding soon.
Oh, it's the exterminators.
Oh, now I already killed, and she opens the door. Yes, I've already killed like two of those little wolf-headed spider evil things.
Right, we're just doing a sweep to make sure that they're all gone.
Sweep away. You fly in.
Yeah.
There is a large dress.
This is my assistant. Come in then.
All right. Just come on in, I guess. Now we're all Cockney again.
That wasn't Cockney, was it?
It's at least that's how I heard it, but maybe not.
Oh no, I can't even hear it anymore.
But yeah, there is a large bed and a window that looks out over the mountain. There are just the bride. She's in a very pretty dress, bright red hair, dark skin, sitting there. And there's a couple of attendants. The humans and half-orcs that you guys saw earlier that were carrying like furniture and stuff.
Mm.
They're like here and they're like brushing the bride's hair and trying to like make her look fancy. And a couple of them are like moving really fast. And Lagwin, you recognize that they're under the effects of the haste spell, and they're like going like all over the place.
Yeah, so I'll kind of like pantomime, like going around and like looking at the perimeter of the room and like in the corners, like, nope, none here. But I'm really trying to like listen to what's going on.
Yeah, and there's just a lot more talking back and forth of like, she's trying to encourage her.
Yeah.
Without doing like a scene with myself, which just feels silly. She's trying to encourage her that even though you're not marrying for love, like this is the best thing, and this is what royal families do. And she's kind of like trying to hold it together. And I think towards the end of it, you know, the mother passes her persuasion check, and the young bride is kind of like, you know, this isn't what I want, but like maybe I can have a life like this. I don't know. Arranged marriages are weird. This is all part of the adventure. And now I'm like, this is kind of an odd topic to bring up. And I don't know if I should just be like, I have an opinion about this. But anyway, but yeah, they're in a weird situation, and she's going to do what she feels her mother wants her to do. And so the mother Siri will look back at you and like, are you done? Can we? I mean, there better not be any of those spiders during the wedding ceremony, which is literally in 7 minutes.
Yes, almost. We want to be very thorough. We wouldn't want any sneaking out during the ceremony, you see.
Very well.
Yeah, so me and Lagwin are like in a corner, just like looking around. What's your plan?
I mean, are you actually interested in hearing it now, or should I just wait to see what everybody else decides?
Lagwin, please.
I'm just saying.
I'm always interested in your plans.
Well, it seems the others want to wait to see if some sort of craziness begins and some sort of distraction of some kind during ceremony, then maybe that would be the strike. I guess it's as good a plan as any. And then if time grows near, if things start to go south, I'll make it then.
Should we... Perhaps we could try to convince her to swap out her hairpin and leave the rod in the other room.
Once again, by all means.
I mean, do you think it's a good idea?
I mean, if we could do it that simply, then yes, because if she goes and does that, we can just head to the room, and we're exterminators. We're not really technically part of the ceremony as it is. So, if we're able to convince her to change her hairpiece, then we can take it.
Okay. Should I try, or would you like to?
No. I don't have much fashion.
Oh, don't short sell yourself.
No, I know I was lucky. Go ahead.
So I go back over to the mother of the bride and I say, well, we've swept the room. Happy to report no spiders here.
Excellent.
My lady, if it's not out of turn for me to say, I was sweeping the other chambers, and I couldn't help but notice that one hairpiece you had, the red and gold one.
Oh, yes. I believe my late husband gave me that.
Oh, how lovely. What a thoughtful gift.
Oh, yes. Henry always was very thoughtful. Henry the Fire Child.
Yeah, yep. I'm writing it down.
And don't mistake me. Your current hairpiece is beautiful, but I can't help but think for the occasion, that red and gold one, it just exudes glamour and posterity.
I guess I would agree with you, but I mean this hairpin never leaves my head.
Oh, really? I thought it was just part of your outfit.
It's very special. It's been in our family for generations.
Oh, lovely. Family heirlooms. I hope to have one day.
All right. Well, maybe you'll have an exterminator kit you can pass down to your exterminator children. Now out with you. Go.
That would be nice. Okay. Goodbye then. Good luck.
As we walk out, I'll just be like, watch out for the banana. I'll like step over it, and we hear a loud crashing sound. No, it's done.
It is done. Okay, well, it didn't work. She said she never takes it off, so...
Yeah, well, then we're back at school.
Indeed. So I hope you're ready to jump.
I'm always ready to jump. Well, no, yesterday I wasn't, but today.
Starting today.
Starting
You are
as of
always
this
ready.
morning. Yes.
Well, should we find our way to our seats? We can at least enjoy the ceremony.
Yes, so.
And you find your way to your seats. What is Shifter and Siren doing besides popcorn and laughing at my incredible jokes? Thanks.
Oof. So if they have 15 minutes, I think we need to have a quick talk about whether we want to give a quick search to the perimeter or just go back downstairs.
I'm becoming less and less invested in these stone giants, but could still go for it.
It's like Shifter's like, well, I'm intrigued by the stone giants, but gosh, if I don't get a good seat at the wedding, I'm just going to have a terrible line of sight, especially because everyone sitting in front of us will be huge.
You're not going to cry again, are you? Oh,
Of course I'm going to cry again. You know how weddings make me.
No. Yes, you bawled like a baby at us, so...
So we're going back downstairs.
All right, downstairs you go. This time, a couple people are looking at you a little odd because you still have Vincent out, I assume. Or did you put him away?
No, I still got Vincent out.
All right,
I mean,
so-
by the time we get down to the bottom of the staircase, I'm going to put him away. But
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Or if you land on a chair and it's you and Siren and a giant Vincent next to you, and you feed him like sugar cubes or something weird.
oh my gosh,
Don't give
he
him
loves
ideas.
those.
But yes, you get down, you put Vincent away. Everyone's getting ready for the wedding. And do you how do you want a good seat? Are you sitting close to the action, or are you in farther back?
Oh, I'm sitting close. We gotta get close to the action.
Close seats. Okay. You see the groom there. There is one of the same Aarakocra that you've seen all over the place is sitting in the center on a large pedestal, obviously going to do the ceremony, and is hanging out there. The vestments don't look nearly as good as yours, Rakiri. So, and Lagwin and Rakiri come down, and you guys take a chair. You probably all sit on the same chair, perhaps, and like kind of
It's like a bench.
cast Liamin's tiny hut, and there you go.
We saved you some seat.
Yeah, right.
The king and queen are in the front, and Ciri comes down, and she is on the side. Or actually, no, Ciri would probably walk her daughter down. So the music starts, and there is somebody in the back doing some magical instruments. And you hear, "Here comes the bride," and Ciri comes walking down with, she has a name. We'll use her name rather than just the bride. Yes, Jetty. So Jetty comes down. The two of them are walking. Music is playing. Everybody stands up. A couple people are crying, really happy. Shifter's just, I mean, this is bringing him to tears. It's so amazing. Or bringing them to tears.
Such a great life together.
And the groom is hanging out there, and he looks up, and he does kind of get a sense of like, wow, like this woman is gorgeous. Like, you know, and they get together. The ceremony starts, and you hear the young Aarakocra turn to the audience and say, "Marriage is what brings us here today."
You did it. You nailed it, Jordan. We can end the campaign, and you've done it all.
Fun fact, that's actually how my wedding started. I had my friend do that whole speech and start it with marriage and then cough and then correct himself and just be like, sorry, marriage. That whole piece.
Yes. Nerds.
You guys look around, and you don't see your elf friends anywhere. They seem to not, but there are a lot of people around. They might be intermingled. You're not really sure.
They're so small.
They are too.
What about those stone giants? Do we see them around?
You do not see them either.
Okay.
Have we ever seen the elves and the stone giants in the same place before?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Just the corpses. Sure. The corpses.
No, in the room.
Oh,
you
right.
saw
Yeah,
them,
we did, 'cause
because
I
they were
talked to them.
eyeballing.
Yeah.
They were like, "What? That's kind of weird."
Okay.
A very pretty ceremony that I wish I'd wrote something funny, and in hindsight, that would have been really good, but I didn't actually do something like that. But the Aarakocra starts with a lot of the ceremony. The parents are like kind of twiddling their fingers, like, "Come on, we want this system done." And then all of you hear a large, loud roar from up above, and the air above you starts to get very, very chilled as a swoop comes in, and you see a shadow kind of overhang all of the areas you're in, and then the roof just starts to like peel away as you can look above and see the rook and all the other stuff. It's all kind of like torn open and stuff, and there are 2 adult silver dragons that are flying around the area, and everyone shouts, "2 arms, 2 arms!
Guess jump.
Don't let them disrupt the wedding!" And we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh man.
Yo, your trinkets.
Oh, and yeah, he hands out trinkets really fast. Go ahead.
I found these.
Here, real quick, I'll go through them because in case they matter. So, Shifter, you have a wooden wand that lets you magically move unattended objects with that weigh less than a pound and are within 15 feet. So less pound, yes, at least
All
within a
for
mage hand.
snacks.
And a nightcap that, when worn, I don't know if you have this, gives you pleasant dreams. So, Siren, you have a sheriff/local authorities badge and a pair of tinted spectacles that reduce the glare of the sun when worn. So you and I both have sunglasses now. So that's pretty cool. Rikiri, you have a chocolate monkey that quietly asks to be eaten.
That's horrifying.
Yep. And a tiara made of dewdrops.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so they both ends of the spectrum.
I'll definitely put the tiara on for sure.
And I have, a singing and dancing, either fiddle, lyre, or lute that can play by itself. What do we think? Fiddle, lyre, or lute?
I mean, fiddle.
Fiddle. All right, Jordan
Yeah,
says fiddle.
yeah.
Fiddle
What would a Jedi use? That's the question.
I don't know. I feel like they don't indulge in music.
You don't know Mr. Star Wars? Come on. Come on.
And then I also have a magic lantern that can project moving pictures onto a surface. I have some sort of projector screen. And a small gold ring with a magical stone that dimly glows any color that. And now we roll for initiative.
Sounds excellent. 1 second. Gonna run this encounter. Gonna auto roll initiative. And now I would like Siren.
Yes.
Initiative.
Oh, 13.
Thank you.
Sorry, I thought you
Slagway.
were like, now I want Siren to do something.
24.
24. Shifter.
5.
5. And Rikiri.
I got a nat 20 for a 22.
Wow.
I got a
Still
nat
not
20
as
as
good
well.
as 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lagwin, there is chaos. People are moving left and all over the place. Aarakocra are flying around. I don't know. It's just like it's nuts out there.
That's your cue.
What do you want to do?
All right. So, bonus action, I will activate Blade Song, and then as an action, first time ever in this campaign, I will cast Jump on myself. And I will begin to move towards where I see the mother of the bride.
All
40
right.
feet
Yeah,
of
you jump down and you're not hasted, so you can move what, 60? No, you used your action, so you can move 30 feet.
40 with the
Oh,
blade sword.
40? So we'll say she's 100 feet away,
Okay.
basically. And yeah, so.
I'll move 40 feet towards her.
All right. Rikiri.
Well, so I guess it's not really clear. Like, are we being attacked right now, or like?
Not really. It doesn't look like anybody's attacking you specifically.
Yeah.
But we're in initiative because lots of stuff's happening all at once.
Right.
So you can talk to people, you could fly somewhere, you could cast a spell, you could dance.
Well, probably not the last one, but we'll see.
I mean, yeah, that's silly. Why would you dance, Jordan?
Yeah, maybe I'll try to fly up and like get a top-down view of what's happening here.
All right. As you fly up, there are dragons up above that are swirling and looking like they're going to come for a second attack.
Are they like 2 adult silver dragons?
They are 2 adult silver dragons, correct?
Okay, cool. I try to fly close to them.
That is going to take you well, okay, I'll let you fly up. We'll say you get out and up and past the rook that is now like cut open. Griffins are kind of flying everywhere. They're probably another like, I don't know, 100 feet away from you, maybe 150 feet. But you could shout at them if you wanted to. So
yeah, I'll try to shout.
what do you want to say?
Please stop this. But shouted.
We'll see if they hear you. Siren.
Siren is going to look to Shifter and say, "Shall we?"
Yeah, they were terrible for each other anyway.
I'm going to wait for him to pull out the bug whose name I cannot think of at this moment.
Vincent.
Vincent.
Come on.
Sorry. And mount up, and I'm going to take out my sniper rifle just in case.
Okay.
I'll ready an action if anybody tries to attack me or Shifter.
Okay. The earth underneath you starts trembling, and pools of black viscous goo appear, and out pop 5 of these wolf spider fiend creatures. And they come bubbling up out of the ground, and you hear Siri just like, she like looks at you and then points down and is just like what? Like, I don't know. I love that funny meme of that girl where she's just like, what? And that's kind of the look that they're giving you, which is great for podcasts. Really happy. Hey, everybody, this is a podcast on Patreon. So make faces, you know. They come bubbling up out of the ground. And then it is the Cloud Giant's turn. Cloud Giants is going to stand up and start kicking spiders and looking up and seeing that there are some dragons above. And I believe they have no, they do have. Sorry, I thought they had like a flight, but maybe they don't. Maybe that's another Cloud Giant that I was thinking of. So they're going to run around, and the king will yell to his ogres like, "Get to the battle armaments! We're under attack!" and stuff. And so giants and ogres are running crazy. Shifter, what would you like to do?
I reach into my pocket, take out Vincent, whisper how good a boy he is, and activate him to turn him into a big fly.
He's big.
Yeah, I mean that's my action though. So I get on him, and so does Siren, and we fly off
Towards?
I guess like kind of the mom, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Support Lagwin in his endeavor.
Yeah.
Siri turns to the king and says, like, "You did this. You never wanted this to happen. I can't believe all of this is going on." And they start arguing. More portals open up, but these ones are in the sky, much like the tentacles you saw earlier.
Cool.
A very large one opens right behind Siri as she's like yelling at all these people, and 4 tentacles come out and grapple basically her head and her upper torso and start pulling her back into this void.
No.
The Aarakocra are stunned and very confused. Lagwin, what would you like to do?
Okay. Only someone listened to me from the start. Here we go. So I will let's see. So I moved 40 feet closer to her. At this point, she is now 60 feet away, did we say?
Yes.
All right, so I will move 40 feet closer. So I am now 20 feet away. This work. Nope, not gonna do it. I will cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
As an action.
Jump's not concentration, right?
It is not.
Okay.
And then yes, that's it. I don't have a. Oh, we never. You know what? We never clarified this, so I'll ask this of you. I activate the Sunblade and I'm invisible, and I'm holding it, so it's technically invisible with me. Does it still shed sunlight?
I think I'm gonna say no. Like, I think you want it. You want to be invisible, right?
That's the goal.
And it doesn't say that it is not invisible. And I imagine I could hold a lantern and still be invisible.
Invisible. Okay.
So,
then I will.
But then there would still be light. I don't know.
that's the weird thing. I don't.
Because either
know.
you can, yeah. This is a very illuminated area, so I think you can get away with the invisibility.
Then
and for the most part, even if they know where you are, because you have the status invisible, you still benefit from the game mechanics of invisible.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Then I will. I'll just bonus action activate the Sunblade.
Which sounds like.
Oh, my app.
Oh, yeah. All right, it's done. All right, we're over. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, I will do that.
Okay.
And then I guess that's it. So I'm 20 feet away, and I'll send my familiar closer. I don't know. Assuming it's moving with me ish, but I'll send it over that direction.
You do that. In the cacophony, I made a fun table of wedding stuff that can happen, and I rolled randomly. In the cacophony, wine has been spilled off of the table and comes rushing down under your feet. Lagwin, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That is a 20.
All right, you are fine. You do not fall or anything. But there's
soaked.
There's white. Yeah, there's wine underneath you. Up next for Kiri, you're up in the air, flying towards some dragons. What do you want to do?
Well, I've shouted at them.
Correct.
So
they kind of look at you and go, like, no. Tell the giants to leave.
I'm like hovering, and I have like the dragons above me. I see Siri being pulled into the portal. How far away is she from me?
Siri? Oh, so you flew all the way up. I mean, she's probably, you got to go. I don't think you can see Siri from where you are. Like, you'll have to go
really?
back down into the wedding chamber room, and then you're probably a good like 60 or 80 feet from her.
Oh, I thought that she would have been on like the dais. She's in the room.
So there's the large room that's got the stairs that go up. And so, sorry, I'm confusing. It's all Theater of the Mind. And this is actually the first campaign I've done with Theater of the Mind, because usually I draw maps. But she came down with her daughter, like escorted her daughter to the front where they were going to have the ceremony. So she was like right there with the wedding party.
Right. So sorry, to be clear, that's not outside then? That's like in a room?
That is in the room. When you guys first walked in, when they checked the sword and whatnot, you walked into a large room with a bunch of chairs for everybody. All of the chairs were facing right, because there's like a little area where they're going to get married to the right. On either side of that area were the stairs that go up.
Okay,
So
I'm sorry.
they,
I
like-
did not have the layout of that situation.
That's okay. My bad too. Sorry.
No worries. Okay, so then like I probably won't have known that she got pulled in, but would I have known that like portals are opening or anything? Like, I'm just
Yeah,
wondering
I'll
what I
say
can
like
see.
you can see the portals. You probably feel like the rod pulsing a little bit
Okay.
as well. So
All right, I probably don't want to fly any further because if I have an inkling of what's going on down below, I want to get back and help.
okay.
So kind of like my last ditch effort to the dragons is, I shout back at them like, just help us, like unite with us, and we can all fight the demons, and then we can sort it out.
Okay.
And then I dive bomb back down.
You dive bomb back down. So we'll say with you double your movement, you get back into the room, and you can clearly see, like if you had your action, you could fire off something from this distance to the temple, what have you. So, Siren, you're on a fly. What do you want to do?
I would like, sorry, I heard Siren and I was like, that's not me. I would like to, I guess I'm going to shoot at the tentacles because they're, taking away my prey. How close can we get on our turn to this pin?
I think you can get right up to her face. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then should I hold my action to try and pull it out?
Oh, yeah, that might be a good idea. I mean, I know that's what Lagwin's trying to do, but having redundancy is probably a good plan.
Yeah, you don't know where I am now.
Yeah, that's true. He's invisible. All right, let's do that then. I'm going to hold my action until I am close enough, and I will try to attempt to pull the pin on this fire giant.
Sounds awesome. 1 second. Our good friends, the spiders, the wolf spiders, they look up at you and they throw a web at you. So I need your fly, I guess, because that's the one that would be evading this, to make a dexterity saving throw. Does he have stats? I assume he does.
He does have stats, yeah. His dex is +1.
All right.
I got a 16.
All right, that is enough. So you, the webs like come at you and you slip away, which is awesome. Meanwhile, more of the spiders are fighting back and forth. Yeah, you guys are all up in the air, so it's kind of hard for them. Cloud Giant is going to... Yeah, Cloud Giant's there. Shifter, what do you want to do?
Ooh, fly Vincent right over to Siri's shoulder. Bonus, or I'm sorry, is that just my movement, or do I have to dash as well to do that?
I think the fly is pretty speedy. It's like 60 feet or something.
Yeah,
right?
they're 60
Yeah,
feet.
so I think you can just get there. Yeah, you can get
Okay.
there. You don't have to use your action to dash.
Cool. Let's see. So they look over at Siren and they just say, "We're never going to get a chance to dance." and then they cast Shadow Blade, and this sword just erupts from their hand. And they use their action to chop at one of the tentacles.
All right, do it.
Oh, that's probably not a hit. That's like an 11.
11 will miss.
Okay.
And that is your turn. All right. Next, it is.
Can I do my hold action?
Yes, you can. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
It's okay. I'd like to try to pull out the hairpin.
You can do a strength check.
Okay. I got this. Got this. 7.
7 will not do it. It is stuck in there. And now Sirius sees you like pulling at her hair, and she's like, "What are you little
We're trying to help."
I'm sure you are.
Can I make a deception check?
Yes, you may.
I'll just cut her hair.
Hey, come on. I'm chopping at the tentacles, and I'm right
That's
next
true.
to
Okay,
her.
not at disadvantage. You can do it.
Okay, I rolled a 15 first, and then I rolled a 19, so that's 23.
20. Okay, yeah. What do I roll? Insight, which is not good for me. I can't. Yeah, natural 1. Okay, so she's like, "All right, well, but leave the hairpin's mine. You can't take it. Just get these tentacles off of me." and she rips forward, and two of the tentacles like rip off just from her sheer strength as she moves forward. But as she does that, three more come out of this large portal and wrap around her torso. Back up to the round. I'm gonna roll randomly, see what happens. Oh man, Lagwin, I
What's
need
up?
you because you're the only one on the ground.
It's true. I can't argue there.
I need you to make a another dexterity saving throw.
I am good at a 17.
All right, you're good. So a large club comes down as this guy is like squashing spiders, and you just like casually step out of the way as a giant's club hits the ground and cracks the earth around you. It is now your turn.
All right, I will use some movement to get closer to her.
Okay.
To basically get to the base of where she's at. And I'm gonna try and jump up and extract this hairpin.
How big is a huge creature? That's what I need to know.
I think it's a scale, so I don't.
How far can you jump again?
She's a fire giant.
Um, 20 by 20 foot space. No, that's gargantuan. 15 by 15 foot space. So how tall would they be? Man, that's a good question. The real life questions on Rod of
Average
Seven
height
Parts.
is 18 feet, 18 to 19 feet.
Okay, yeah, so you could jump up there probably, right?
Maybe.
Oh, your strength isn't the best though.
It's not the best, no, but it is tripled spell.
I love looking up the rules for running jumps.
Yeah, we'll say you can do it, but you'll get like up to her shoulders, I think,
Okay.
covered in tentacles. But yes, you jump up there.
Okay, so my question for you is, now I'm gonna say from where I saw them fly over, saw this interchange of Siren trying to rip the hairpin out of her hair, and that not work. So it seems like it's really in there. My guess is I'm more than likely going to have to try and cut this hair, right, to get the hairpin out.
Oof, it's unforgivable.
Is that accurate, DM?
Is her hair
From
fire?
me, I mean, no, her hair is not fire. It is just fire red.
Like if I cut, is there a way
you could try and cut it out? Yeah, for sure.
Because I don't. I
like-
know I'm not strong, so I'm not pulling this thing out.
Okay.
And I don't think I can't sleight of hand a hairpin out of her hair, right?
No, it's too well. It's not like it's really big, but like, I would make it's an athletics check because it's really in there, is what I would say, or a strength check.
So
sorry.
then,
But if you want to try and cut it out,
yeah,
we'll see if you damage her. So
yeah. So my goal here is to try and cut this thing out, but make it look like I'm also trying to cut tentacles. So I'm like, oh, let me help save you, but I'm.
So do you want a sleight of hand or deception or?
Yeah, I'll sleight of hand. That's my goal, is
Okay.
to make it look like I'm going for the tentacles, but really I'm just trying to cut this rod out of her hair.
And I'm assuming Siren still has a hold of the rod fragment,
Yeah.
unless she let go of it. Like you pulled on it and she like
Yeah.
swatted at you, but I'm assuming you're holding on to it.
Yeah. For stability.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will go ahead and make that sleight of hand check if that is cool.
Do it.
That is a 16 plus 7, 23.
Oh yeah. So you definitely just cut right through her hair. She's got a nice terrible bald spot, and you hear her just scream like, my hair. Siren, you have the rod as it like falls from her hair. Immediately all of the spiders like turn and look at you.
Shit.
Anything else, Lagwin?
I will yeah, I guess I'm up there and it would have to drop back down, right, to back on the floor. You know what? I'm safer.
Well,
up
I
here.
assumed you jumped up on her shoulder or something.
Yeah,
Are you not
yeah.
standing there? Okay.
No, I would after the amount of things I've almost gotten destroyed being on the floor. You know what? I have a second attack. I'll try if that's a thing I could do to just slice at one of the tentacles. Really sell this thing here. So that is a 16 on the die. So that's a 25 to hit.
Yes.
And that will 11 points.
You slice through one of the tentacles and it goes whipping back into the portal.
All right, that's my turn.
I need both of you to make dexterity checks as the giant is now fighting and flinging you back because you cut her hair.
Do you want me to make one too? Because I'm also
No,
up there.
I think you're hovering next to him, Shifter.
Okay.
So
That is a 16.
16 is good.
I need to make a dex save.
Yes, you do.
Sorry, the kittens are flinging litter everywhere.
Sounds like your problem, not mine.
I know.
Oh.
Wow.
I just need a dex save.
7.
7. You fall off,
Shit.
taking 11 damage as you land on the floor. With well, yeah, we'll say you still hold on to the rod. I won't be that mean. Rakiri, you saw your friend fall.
I sure did. I yell out so that Siren and Lagwin can hear me, like, stay where you are. And then I cast the Guardian of Faith, basically like right next to Ciri, so they're all in its radius.
Okay.
So I'm going to designate Ciri as not hostile,
Yeah,
but definitely the tentacles and the spiders will be.
Awesome. And I forgot you were invisible, Lagwin. So you
Yeah, so
probably
I'm
have
visible
advantage
now.
on that first attack. But you attacked, so you're no longer invisible.
Yeah, I was gonna sacrifice it anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm visible now.
I interrupted you, Rakiri. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. She casts Guardian of Faith, then she kind of like looks back at the owl Aarakocras like for approval, like,
They don't seem to acknowledge you much at all.
okay.
They're like running around like, what?
And then I've seen that Siren's fallen, so the last thing I'll do is bonus action, I'll healing light her for 1, 4. So you heal for 5.
Siren, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
I fall to the ground. Shit. I want to get up as quickly as possible. How can I do that?
You can get up with half your movement, I think.
Get on up. No, I mean like get off the ground.
Oh, there is a chair to climb, but then I'll say, yeah, you can get there with your climbing movement and probably get on top of the chair.
I would love to do that.
Okay.
I will I'll kind of like click my other crossbow behind my back. Do I feel anything with this rod?
It's the same feeling as all the other rods.
Yeah.
Like it just
Ugh.
feels a little off.
I don't feel so strange. And I'll pull out my hip crossbow and like try to defend myself. Was that my action and my movement?
I think you had to use your action to
Sure.
move, to double move. Yeah, to get on top.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to dodge then.
Okay.
Right? Is that one of the things I can do?
I don't know.
Cunning
It's your
action?
class.
No, dash. I would like to hide. Fuck, I'm a rogue. What am I doing? I'd like to
There you
hide.
go.
All right, hide. You roll your stealth.
These dice, Jordan. How
There you
dare.
go. Yeah.
You're carrying a weapon they can sense.
I know, okay? This is what I got, all right? That's a 14.
Okay. You think you're hidden. Up next.
Interesting phrasing.
The spiders are, one of them is going to shoot you're hidden, that's right. Yeah.
Am I though?
Well, according to that you are. So according to their terrible perception. But some tentacle or a portal will open next to you. And a tentacle will reach out. And it hasn't gotten to you yet. And you see this, but it is definitely aware of you and is going towards you. Meanwhile, the other tentacles are pulling that fire giant Siri closer to that portal. Probably in another section, she's gonna get like at least her feet and maybe her lower torso in there.
This is
Go
a
ahead.
reminder: anything that moves in that radius is getting owl smash.
Ooh, outlet up. What do I get?
So make a dex save.
All right. 2.
Yeah, you have to beat a 15, so I'm not going to do it.
So how does this work again?
So it's like solid damage, right?
20
You don't
points,
roll.
I think.
Yeah, you take 20 radiant damage.
All right. So each tentacle has 60 points of hit points.
Okay.
So that's redundant. Sorry, 60 hit points. So do you just destroy? Do you want to destroy one, or do you want to take out like 3 to 20, or how do you want to do this?
Yeah. So the guardian is going to vanish when it deals 60 damage. So was that dex save just like? Are you just rolling for all the tentacles?
Yeah, I just rolled for all the tentacles. Yeah.
Okay. I might as well just take out a full one then.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll say the one wrapped around her torso, you like, and it just like evaporates in white radiant energy.
Yeah, and the owl guardian just like smites it basically, but then it also dissipates.
That's awesome. You see the groom pick up a club that's on the ground, and he comes running at his future mother-in-law and swipes down and cuts out another 2 tentacles. Shifter,
Nice.
you're a fly hanging on a fly. What's going on?
Just living on a prayer.
I'm
gonna swoop down. Do I know where Siren is?
She hid. So what's your passive perception?
Oh, that's a good question. What is my passive perception? Probably not very good.
She only rolled a 16, so.
Yeah, no, not good enough for that.
You do have the rod, and I'll say you can use your action to like find out where the other one is.
Okay. I do that.
Okay.
And I get over to where she is, and I'm just like, look, I have a plan. It's just gonna take me one more turn. All right.
You fly down next to Siren.
My nose is bleeding. What do you mean by that? I'll just say back to him, it's just like our wedding.
Nonsense. Our wedding, everyone was much better dressed. But yeah, no, I fly to you, and I use my action for that thing. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can do. But I have a plan. I just don't have time to enact it yet.
All right. Hiding behind a chair, giants are rushing forward. One of them stumbles on the chairs and starts falling directly towards Siren and Shifter. Make dexterity saving throws or be crushed by a giant.
Oh, fun. $11.
Oh.
9.
9. You each take 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, sure.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that, right?
All right.
That's 8. Like math.
Does Vincent take any damage?
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll for him?
Make a dex save for Vincent.
Good old Vincent. No, Vincent only got an 11.
All right, so he takes 17.
Okay, he's hanging in there barely.
He's hanging in there. You guys are kind of pressed underneath. You can wiggle out. Vincent's not doing good, but Lagwin, what do you want to do?
All right, so did I see where they flew over to, or where?
I'm assuming so. Sure,
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm up on her shoulder, hanging out here right now.
Yeah.
So I will take an action, and I will cast haste upon myself.
Okay.
And then I'll see where they are, and I'll just jump right over to where they're at.
All right.
And then land next to wherever these two are. Sunblade in hand. I kind of figured out what the idea was when I saw Shifter fly over there. So I'm there in like defense mode, like around to try to protect them in case more spiders come their way.
Okay.
Plan.
Rikiri, what would you like to do?
let's see. For whatever reason, the D&D Beyond overlay hasn't been updating for me the last couple sessions. Shifter and Siren, can you just tell me what HP you're on?
I'm at 20, and yeah, it doesn't like it updates for me, but it lags like way behind.
Sometimes refreshing. I don't know.
Also 20.
Well, Lagwin's running it, so that makes sense why it's lagging.
Hey.
I don't have that one.
But yeah, I'm at 20. So
Okay. Using the rod for cure wounds is still an action, right?
Yes, it's like
It's not a
casting
bonus
cure
action.
wounds. It allows you to
Okay.
cast cure wounds, so but you have to touch them. Well, yeah, cure wounds is touch. So,
How far away am I from them?
you could fly down to him. I think, yeah.
Could I
you
fly
want-
out though?
Fly out of the building.
No, like out of the fray.
Yes. As far as I know, I don't think there's anything really around you because you're up in the air, and you weren't
Right,
really
right,
close
right.
to the fire giant.
Right, but I'm saying I want to fly down, heal them, and then like kind of get out of there.
Oh, and not
Oh.
take. No, you could fly down and then use your
Okay.
action to dash and fly back up if you wanted to.
Right, but then I wouldn't be able to heal them.
Correct.
Let's see. Ooh. It's kind of like because I have a rod, like I'm afraid of going down there and drawing attention. But I also don't want them to die. So I will go down and I will I'll heal Shifter or Siren, sorry. I'm picking Siren.
Thank you.
I'll use Ruat on Siren.
Okay.
Which is going to be a D8. Oh, and I can cast this at 5th level.
Yeah, if you want to, you can use all 5 charges.
Well, that roll sucked, so I'm probably gonna do a couple more levels.
Okay, you can't do them one at a time, so you need to say I'm going to cast at
Yeah.
this level.
Mm.
But I will, like you rolled once, but I'll let you say whatever level you want to cast it at. You can. You just have to use
Yeah.
that first roll.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna
But
do
I'm not.
third.
But I won't let you just like keep roll. Oh, that one sucks too. I guess I'll do it at 3rd. I guess I'll do it at 4th.
Yeah. I'm gonna do 3rd level.
Okay. 3 charges.
Yep. So it's gonna be 16 healing to you. And
Okay, my
then
max.
cool. And then Shifter, I haven't totally forgotten about you. I'm gonna send some healing light your way as well.
if I may, can you heal Vincent instead?
Really?
Yeah, because Vincent's
Okay.
at 2, and if he gets knocked unconscious, then we lose our ability to fly.
Okay. I will heal Vincent for 7.
Yay, my boy!
I have a plan. Full of plans.
You see out of the corner of your eyes, Siren, your elf friends on their magic carpet. And they are flying directly towards the bride. And it looks like, they're just flying directly towards her on their magic carpet.
Whatever.
Probably 90 to 100 feet away from you. And they might be like 20 feet in the air.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
I'm gonna
Take him
mount
out.
up on Vincent. And then I'll take a shot. I'll take 2 shots at him. Why not?
Yeah, there it is.
Surrounded
You're a
by
bad
demons,
influence.
and you're like, nah, let's shoot
No,
those
I
guys.
got.
Am I hidden from them? I guess.
Yes,
Are they unaware of me?
correct.
All right, let's do this shit. Ow, kitten! I rolled 2 6s. What is happening?
You
It's this
do-
show. This
You
is
do
the only
have
show.
1 charge.
I'm not using it for that.
Okay, all right. I'm just letting you know.
Sorry, I got really aggressive there. That's 14 to hit.
Sorry, I have their stats somewhere.
Hey, maybe 14 hits.
Maybe. I mean, they are wizards or something.
Here we go. No,
Okay.
no.
Then
14 does not hit.
second attack. No. It's a 1. Done.
Yeah.
Not
All
doing
right.
anything else, or I have to roll today.
All right, and God, I got so many windows open. Spider demons coming at you. One is going for, well, actually, two of them are going to climb up there, and they're going to bite. Group assault. Okay, they're going to bite Siren. Sorry, Siren, because you have the rod. So that is a 24 to hit, and the other one is a 12 to hit. So I don't think that'll hit.
Correct.
But the 24 does a whopping 6 damage. Oh, wait, but plus, so 9 damage. Sorry.
Oh, uncanny dodge it.
Okay. And then make a Constitution saving throw.
Ugh. Constitution. I don't want to roll anything. Two, okay?
Oh,
Two.
no. Are you sure
On-
you don't want to use your charge for that? Because that might be like a lot of poison damage.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
I'll-
paralysis. Don't
I'll
they
use-
paralyze people?
Well,
Alright.
I'm on the thing, so I'll use it for that.
Okay, roll again.
I rolled a 6 on the stupid D&D Beyond, which is great. Sponsor us.
It's easier than ever before to fail your saves with D&D Beyond.
6 plus what?
Nothing.
Okay.
Don't forget you
Um,
have that ring. Resistance to poison damage.
Yes.
Okay, so you do take 1d8 poison damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
So you take 3.
So I take 1.
Correct. But because you failed your save by 5 or more, you are paralyzed.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
Well, good thing I'm on Vincent. Question.
Yeah.
Here's
If
the question.
Vincent flies, I think I don't know if Shifter knows to hold on to you.
Listen, I
Wait.
think you stay there because you can't grab.
Well, the question is, am I behind or in front of Shifter?
I thought you were behind because Shifter is driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it can be romantic where they're holding around me.
It can.
Where's the big
but-
spoon?
You said I was the top, so probably I'm on back.
Hmm. It's true. It makes sense. It checks out. So
Okay,
you
all right.
got to be on
I'm
the back.
Yeah, yeah.
A keg of beer is broken open.
Yep.
Everybody make a dexterity save.
At least- Paste.
I think you automatically fail though. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I know.
I gotta.
The
18
non-natural 20.
saves. Not a 20 saves.
I have a 21.
Oh, it's 21 saves. So you take 15 points of damage, are paralyzed, Siren, and
Ooh.
you are swept off as a tidal wave hits you of beer, and you go sliding off into the ground.
Oh my god.
And then we'll go with Shifter. What are you doing?
So Shifter's like was getting ready to take off, and then they look back and they're like, "Darling, again."
It really is like our wedding.
It's exact beat for beat. So they take Vincent and swoop around towards Siren. And
She was close, only like 15 feet away, I think.
Yeah, and Lagwin's close to us too, right?
Yeah. And so
Okay.
is Rakiri. You guys are all kind of right there.
Yeah.
Okay. To Lagwin, Shifter's going to be like, you can drive you can figure out how to drive a fly, can't you?
Yes, but I have a much more ostentatious idea.
Listen, I love ostentatious ideas. Don't get me wrong. I just want to try and distract these things so that we can get Siren and the rod fragment out of here.
But believe me, this will work.
Excellent. So I'm going to reach over and grab the rod fragment that's like still in Siren's hand, maybe.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to cast Nistral's Magic Aura on it. So it
Okay.
is now masked.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to kind of be like, eh. Slide that out.
Just like last time.
Yeah.
She's down. Take the rod fragment. Take the sword. It's a running gag now.
and then I'm gonna put
Is
get her
Siren with paralysis? Is Siren like awake in there?
Oh yeah.
Just watching.
Just like the eyes start burning a little bit.
And
If you listen
then
really closely, you hear oil can. Oil. Never mind.
and then I'm gonna get her situated on the back of the fly. But I can't like fly off with her like that, right? Because she'll just fall off again.
Hold me.
I think you need to hold her. Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want me to go at like half speed or something?
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
So you don't
sure.
lose her.
Yeah, I'll do that then. So
Okay.
I cast Nistral's Magic Aura on the rod, and I get her situated on the fly, and we start to move off.
All right. And then the dragons come back. And a giant breath of icy, cold terribleness comes pouring into the room. The beer freezes into a nice ice skating rink. It's really great. And as the ice settles, the action kind of stops at this point, and they all look to Ciri as she's been struggling against these tentacles, and she's fallen because of the ice on her stomach, and they're slowly pulling her back, and you see the portal like snap shut as the tentacles wheel back in, and her legs are cut off, and just blood is coming like pouring out. The bride screams, the groom faints, nobody knows what's going on, and we will continue this action-packed episode next week on the Rod of 7 Parts. Thank you guys so much for coming out. This was a lot of fun. Always doesn't go how I planned, so I love this game for that. Really, really awesome. So let's go around and say thank you again to our wonderful players. Mr. Lex, who are you? Where can people find you? What's going on?
I'm Lex. You can find me on Twitter at Dank Dungeons. Gosh, I've got a pinned tweet on there that has links to all the different things I do, including an actual play comedy D&D web series on YouTube, so writing on the DMs Guild, and I also have a Patreon in which I've been posting game design stuff recently, so you can get access to all that if you go over there and give me money. Give me money.
Yes, money. Brenna, who are you? What's going on? And what cool things are you working on?
Hi, I'm Brenna. You can find me on Twitter at Brenna Noonan. Mostly doing tabletop game development stuff. I also have a Kickstarter coming up next month for a project I'm working on called Roll, which is like a new digital platform for playing TTRPGs. We're really excited for it. So check us out on Twitter at Roll App, ROLEAPP. You can follow along with the Kickstarter page there.
That's awesome. LB, hack him up, who's paralyzed and on a fly. What's going on?
Hi, I'm LB Hackemup. You can find me at LB Hackemup. I am going to be posting a new pinned tweet to my Twitter with all of the updated information. I'm starting a new game on next Friday on Encounter Roleplay's channel. We're doing a masks game where I get to play an alien who is hiding in plain sight. And then there's a bunch of other stuff, but I'm not going to go over all that. Just look at my Twitter.
Yeah, that's awesome. And my name is Jordan with a silent PH in the middle, and I do Forgotten Realms and Eberron and D&D lore videos on YouTube. Sometimes I do opinion videos about Counterspell, and it turns into a massive civil war within the D&D community. So lesson learned, don't have opinions on the internet. My latest video was about Krishenabon, which is a magical artifact in the Forgotten Realms. If you are interested in other creative, cool things like that, you should check it out. I also do a podcast on Saturdays called the Saturday Morning D&D Show, where we talk about all things Dungeons and Dragons. It's a D&D talk show about being dungeon masters and growing and learning. Also, if you are interested in this show, it is a podcast on my Patreon, but you can always listen for free on YouTube, so don't feel like you need to. But if you are interested in the how-to process, you should watch on Sundays. We're going to start streaming on Twitch now instead of YouTube, but on twitch.tv/Jordan with a PH in the middle. I'm going to be streaming Sundays at 9 a.m. And it's just a fun community thing where we build the following or the next week's episode. So we'll build that Wednesday's episode. And we have a lot of stuff to talk about because lots of crazy stuff happened right now. And how are our friends going to get out of this? And last but not least, if you like Counterspell videos, talk to this guy because he knows his stuff. Ted, tell us what's going on and take us away.
All right. Thank you to the hashtag Team Ted folks over there in the chat. I do appreciate that. So yeah, I'm Ted. I run this channel, Nerd Immersion. It's also a YouTube channel of the same name, where I've been putting out daily, sometimes multiple videos a day throughout the entire time we're stuck in this quarantine situation because everything sucks. So come watch me rant about D&D stuff, or make counterpoint videos, or make top 10 videos. Really, something about Dungeons and Dragons. We play this game every Wednesday, so this is something to look forward to escape into a fantasy world where we make poor decisions for about 2 to 3 hours every Wednesday. And on Tuesday, I run a homebrew game in my homebrew setting, which is also full of bad decisions made for about 2 to 3 hours Tuesday night. But yeah, I'll link this because this is my newest thing. I just updated my merch store. We now have embroidered hats and beanies that are in there now, which is pretty cool. And soon we're gonna have forever DM enamel pins kicking around. Yeah, you can go. You're watching this. Go do the things for everybody here. Do the follows, the likes, the comments, all that good stuff. That's what helps everybody going during trying times. Oh, by the way, the next normal is the new term that I hear at work. Not the new normal. We're in the next normal. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Oh, I kind of like it.
Anyway, thank you all so much for watching.
I just want to go eat Australian Mexican food.
That's
That'll be me.
That's really what we all want at the end of the day. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next week.
So happy to have you here. Bye. Thank you so much.